People are sending me my face on things.
Oh,
Shout out Cavell for the merch.
Be sure to get your VEVE, Ecomi, and Omi merch at CavellAnderson.com. Our primary line will always be available, while our limited edition section will only ever have 100 items total and will never be sold again. Get it while supplies last. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another VEVE and Ecomi video, man. In this one, we're going to be touching on a big topic that I've been getting from quite a few people. This seems to be a pretty common one. I guess it came about a little bit because of the topic yesterday where we saw that Pokemon information. It was the first time I ever saw it. I know some people said that that's kind of older. That was older information, but yeah, I guess I was sick during the months where that came out because I had never saw that before. And clearly a lot of the community hadn't either. But after that, I've been seeing a lot of people say that they think that like this company is going to screw it up and this is going to be the end of the company because of the current drop system. And they said that literally Pokemon would be the end of this company if they were to drop it. And it made me understand that a lot of people don't actually realize what type of company VEVE is. And it's easy not to understand what type of company VEVE is, to be fair. I mean, all we know is VEVE is wildly successful. They sell out of their NFT drops, and VEVE is killing it right now in the NFT space. But I want to put it into perspective for you all a little bit who don't know this, because this is stuff, by the way, directly from the team. This is stuff that they've said throughout interviews and things like that. So if you don't know, I am an OG. I've been here from the start. I was one of the first initial YouTubers here grinding out content. The most active for the longest time, for like eight months straight. But literally, a lot of people don't understand what VEVE actually does as a company. So right now, let me see if this is right. Let me know if this is your perspective of what VEVE does. They basically get licenses from random big companies. They get these models and stuff from the companies, like some 3D models. They make it a little bit better, make it a little prettier, and then they sell it and it sells out. Does that sound like that's all people think that VEVE is, literally? So this is why I put it that way, where it seems like VEVE doesn't actually do anything. They create a deal with a company. The company allows them to use their assets. They use the company's assets to create a 3D model, which really you just have somebody design. Like you essentially hire somebody. You get hired to draw a picture and then sell that picture on behalf of the company. That's essentially what they're doing. That's not their whole business model. That's like the smallest aspect of their business model. Because if you don't know this, VEVE themselves said that this, like what we see right now, everything, our entire VEVE experience, this is the VEVE gift shop. It's the VEVE gift shop. It's literally a gift shop. That is what they said, their words. So people sit here and say, oh, if they don't do a new drop system, this is going to be the end of VEVE as we know it. Not realizing that we haven't even really begun with VEVE. Like, this is just the beginning. They haven't even done what they're setting out to do with their core business, because what they're doing right now is not VEVE's core business. I want to say that again. What VEVE is doing right now is not their core business. So what you have to understand about this is their core business is a metaverse play. Their core business is in digital real estate. It's an experience. It's in what you can do with these collectibles. It's not the collectibles themselves. Yes, the collectibles themselves is blowing up. People know these brands, they know these names. What they're doing with just this gift shop is absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. But what VEVE is bringing to the table is the experience. Where can you store your collection? Is it an augmented reality? How does other collectors interact with your collection? How does other collectors interact with these collectibles? What can you do with this? What is the experience and the whole purpose and point of buying these collectibles in the first place? Yes, they're valuable simply because of what they are. They're valuable just because of that. But VEVE's entire job is literally making them do something that's amazing to make them even more valuable. And they haven't even started doing that. Like, they literally haven't even started doing that yet. That's going to be coming with the VEVEverse. So a lot of people are sitting here saying that, yo, this new drop system needs to come or it's going to be the end. People are not realizing, bro, the new drop system is going to make it even harder for you to get drops. I know a lot of people don't understand why this is the case now. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but most of you who are complaining, talking about they need this new drop system, when this new drop system comes, you're going to win a lot less drops than you do now. So if you're already not winning that many drops, be prepared to win even less. And if you are winning a lot, you're going to be very pissed because you're going to start losing a lot. So, I mean, really, this new drop system, if you're in the mindset that this is that important, you're going to be highly disappointed with VEVE in the future because it's only going to get more difficult to win drops. But I just wanted to put it into context and wanted you all to actually understand what VEVE was designed to do, because what's happening right now, while it is amazing, it's incredible, and it's something that we have never seen before. This is like 10% of VEVE's overall vision and plan. This is 10% of VEVE's overall vision and plan. And it's crazy to think about that. People are so invested in just this 10% that they're like, yo, this ends VEVE. This is the end of VEVE if they don't add this new system. And for people to think that that's actually the case and not even realizing that VEVE is just getting started, it's insane. And this is also a testament to how early we are. We're so early that people are still in the mindset that they think drops matter. They think drops matter. Like, eventually it's going to get to the point like where people realize there's way too many people on this platform to win drops. You're going to have some people who complain and cry about it, but actually what's going to happen is new people are going to come in at a later stage of VEVE, and the only thing that they're ever going to know is the secondary market. I came in at a time where everybody came in and it was all about the drops. But when I got my little cousin in, I brought him in teaching him it's all about the secondary market. And this is going to be how people come in. And even that's just one other stage, because the fact of the matter is, by the time the VEVEverse is here, or the metaverse, by the time the VEVEverse is here, we could be looking at things become not even about the secondary market, because it could be so unaffordable, and it could be about renting within the VEVEverse, because that's the only thing that people can afford to do. People cannot afford to buy these assets. So, or it could be gamification within the VEVEverse. That could be where people are looking to make their money and things like that. So we're still at the first stage. Like, we haven't even gone through VEVE evolution yet. We're still in the drops matter stage. Like, we are in the drops matter stage. When people don't realize, you get 10 million people on here and it's 100,000 addition drops, 99% of the people walking away unhappy, and you're not going to get anything. So it's impossible for this to be about drops. VEVE has never been about drops. It's never going to be about drops. Luckily, we got in early, so we were able to take advantage of the freebies, the free drops. I mean, it was easy for a lot of us. We got in at a lucky time. But it's going to progressively get harder. And the next stage is the marketplace, the secondary market. People are that's going to be the norm. That is going to be where people look and spend most of their time. And that's just what it's going to transition to. And then after that, it's going to be VEVEverse related things. So I wanted to explain their business model to you all, because I know that there's a lot of newer people here in the community who might not have known that just selling NFTs isn't all that VEVE is about. Like, literally, the words out of their own mouth is, this is just a gift shop. This is the gift shop. The real place is going to be in real estate. When they're selling land, when they're selling all this real estate next to Disneyland and next to VEVE City and stuff like that, all these real estate plays and where your property's at and what you do with that property, what type of businesses you're building within the VEVEverse, what type of jobs and stuff is being created. Like, this is like their plan. They literally said this as well. Their plan is so people can literally quit their jobs and work within the VEVEverse and work using VEVE. Like, literally, they're trying to change lives with this platform, and people don't even really realize that right now, because it's just all about going for drops, lucking up, and making a lot of lucky money that way. Obviously, stuff like that is not sustainable. That's not going to last forever. The majority of people are just not going to get lucky. But guess what this is like? It's like everyday life, and we're moving closer and closer to more everyday life, where it's just It's not going to be that easy. The rich, like the people right now are able to build wealth on VEVE and get rich. Like, we're lucky that we have the secondary market. If you learn how to maneuver through the secondary market, you can make some serious gains in the secondary market. We're lucky that this is still affordable, because by the time a lot of people get in, by the time real big mass adoption happens, a lot of people aren't even going to have the luxury of being able to go through the secondary market, because that's going to be unaffordable. Like, look at the comics right now. You have the common Marvel Comics #1. A common is worth $1,000. Well, it was almost up to $1,000. It was heading there. Marvel Comics #1 is going to be at $1,000. And then you have people out here in the community saying that, like, well-respected people who know what they're talking about and who's made a lot of correct calls, they're saying they see Marvel Comics #1 getting to $10,000. Now, a lot of people think that that's crazy, but I don't dismiss anything. I definitely don't dismiss anything, especially when it comes from somebody with a track record of being right. So let's say that, let's work under the assumption that Marvel Comics #1 gets to 10,000. What does that put all the other Grail comics at? At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's just the common. So that is going to be unaffordable even in the secondary market. That's going to be unaffordable for the majority of the community and the majority of the people just jumping in. That's going to be too high of a barrier of entry, which honestly, the ball keeps rolling. It keeps going. So what's going to happen is things are going to trickle down to the next most affordable things. All the stuff that we don't see as valuable, we're going to hold all the Grail pieces, and this is going to be out of reach for most beginners. So they're going to start off, and they're going to start off with some of the stuff that aren't really Grails, and some of that stuff is going to become Grails because they came in during a time where that was all that was really left to buy, because we have all the OG stuff that's super, super valuable. So honestly, a lot of this stuff could get value that way, where it's just everything else is so far out of reach. The only alternative is to get nothing or to start, valuing some of this stuff because it's all that's there. So basically what I'm explaining is that the market is going to change, the secondary market is going to change, and your focus on VEVE is going to shift. It's going to shift from the drops to the marketplace. At some point, it's going to go from the marketplace into the VEVEverse and into renting. And these shifts are just going to keep happening. Like, if they introduce a play to earn game, it may switch over to the play to earn aspect of the VEVEverse. So if they introduce like certain types of businesses, everybody may be wanting to create different businesses and things like that. The things are going to continue to shift, and this gets so much bigger than drops. So my point is, VEVE is not all about drops. It's not the end of the world if these drops stop happening. This is not going to be the end of VEVE. Like some people keep preaching, some people keep running around spreading FUD, telling people this stuff. This is not the end of VEVE. It's never going to be the end of VEVE, because the plans for VEVE is so much bigger than a lot of the newer people here and a lot of the beginners actually understand. And when you say, like, it's crazy how some of the stuff that I'm talking about in videos, when I say some of this stuff, they're like, oh, he's just being a moon boy. He's moon boying over here. Because these people genuinely don't know that this is all stuff that comes directly from the team. It's not just me out here making stuff up. They're literally, but this is great though. This is actually great. They don't know me. They don't know my reputation. They don't know that I actually spent 9 months. I was one of the first here. I've been here through all the phases. They don't know how tied into this community I am. So they don't know me. They don't know that I'm literally like, they haven't seen the older interviews where they were talking about this stuff. We have so many new people here that they're hearing the stuff that we know is coming on VEVE, and they're thinking people are moon boys for it. They don't understand that this stuff is all in the plans, and this is what's being worked on, and this is where we're going. So if this is sounding like moon boy material to a lot of people, and this is sounding like, it sounds unbelievable. You want to know what else started as unbelievable? Them ever securing Marvel. Them ever securing Disney. Them ever doing any of what they have done. Them ever selling out every single drop. You realize Marvel Comics #1 started at less than $5? You could literally get Marvel Comics #1 for less than $5. Look at it now. This is where we came from. Like, if you haven't been here from the beginning, this is the history that's behind a lot of us. So I'm just trying to let you all know from the perspective of someone who's been here and someone who understands where things is going, because I have heard all the information. Honestly, I've forgotten more about VEVE than most people will ever know about VEVE. I've forgotten more about VEVE than most people will ever know. And it's all on my channel. Like literally when I say certain things, I remember like when I first discovered it, but I don't remember what video it was. If you look on my channel, I have over 600 VEVE videos. This channel was at 0 subscribers. I came into this community with no subscribers, no nothing, and 100% of this channel has been built up, focused purely around this community. There's a lot of other YouTubers in the community who already had YouTube channels and stuff like that. They already had followings and audiences, and they started with a leg up. Me, this is 100% from the ground up. I was the first one out here working like this to build my YouTube channel for strictly this community and this community only. So I discovered a lot of stuff that a lot of people may not have discovered. I was one of the first ones to predict all the stuff that was going to be coming in the future, like Disney, Marvel. Like people were finding patents and stuff like that. If you look back to my very first video ever, it was a Pokemon video. I literally said VEVE had Pokemon, and I think that this is where Pokemon started. So I mean, that one has yet to be confirmed, but I'm confident that at some point it will. So yeah, that being said, man, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Hopefully you understood the video and you actually get what I was trying to explain here. Let me know in the comment section. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'm gonna catch you all in the next one. Peace out, Joe.